one thing today. The number two thing is that my blog is broken. So if you guys have been messaging me questions, I'm not ignoring you, I just can't answer you. So something's been messed up with the back end of my blog for the last, I guess about a week. And, you know, this has just been a matter of time, and I knew that it would, because if any of you guys have been following the sad saga of Gretchen's Vegan Bakery and what it actually takes to host a blog on the internet and all of the tech support that it actually takes to keep a WordPress blog up and running smooth and clean and hack free, and make sure that all the HTML talks to one another and your coding is good, and I know nothing about that stuff. So you know, long story short, if you guys remember back in February when I made the video of why I was shutting down the non-vegan blog, because a lot of these same problems, and I was spending close to $200 a month for tech support to be able to keep the blog running safely and smoothly. And so you know, naturally it was just a matter of time before the vegan blog would start screwing up, and it is. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to say, is that my blog is broken. It is totally fine from a public viewpoint, like you can go there and get the recipes and everything, but I can't change, edit, create a new post, I can't save anything, I can't answer questions, so something in the back end of it is totally screwed up. So anyway, just to let you know that I'm not ignoring you. And number three, I never wear white, so I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to handle this for the rest of the video. So when I go look at the playback, you'll know if I'm wearing something different. Couldn't handle it. But number four, I'm under a time restraint today. So we are going to get right to the recipe of how to make a mango cake. I know you guys are gonna love this. It is like an exact replica of my recent strawberry cake recipe. If you guys didn't see that, you definitely have to go check that out. But the good thing for most of you is going to be like, oh good, thank God she's not going to talk a lot and she's going to get right to the recipe. So yeah, I'm on a time restraint because it is already 4:30 in the afternoon, and every evening, well not every evening, 4 times a week, me and Steph the producer have been committing to home workouts via FaceTime. So we are doing the Crumb Boss and Steph the producer 50-pound weight loss challenge. So if you guys want to get in on that, well, I don't know that you'll be able to get in on that. Maybe. She and I were tossing it around. If you guys haven't checked out our new channel where we are uploading all the old videos from like 10 years ago from inside my bakery, you're definitely missing out on some laughs. So go check out Crumb Boss and Steph the producer channel where we are uploading all the old stuff plus new stuff too whenever we are able to get together. It's just random chaos and just craziness like it used to be 10 years ago. So if you're ready for a laugh and you just want to kind of unwind and kind of zone out from the reality of 2020 and go back to a much easier, simpler, and more happy time, in my opinion, go check out our old videos. All right, let me stop it here. I have to prep my recipe. Take a look at what this looks like, and we'll pick it up with mango cake. I just don't ever wear white. I just feel really weird in it. I'm prepping this recipe, and you know, I've got like all of these crazy different flours, because if any of you have experienced over the last couple of months the flour shortage that has hit the globe. So I have this whole wheat flour, which I definitely don't want to use. I have some all-purpose flour in here, which is just a very small amount, which is what I would use, but I don't think I have enough. Then I believe this is cake flour. I'm almost sure that I don't label any of my stuff because I'm always like, I'll know what it is. I'll tell you what, when I was in school in Culinary Institute of America in 1995, one of my classes, it was like one of the first Baking 101 classes that I had, one of the quizzes or exams consisted of having to identify flour just based on the look of it and the feel of it, and I aced it. So I think maybe that's why, like, I've carried that through. I'm always like, I'll know what it is. I don't have to label it. I'm amazing, right? So anyway, I definitely know this is all purpose. I'm gonna just do sort of like a little blend. Don't forget, well, actually, here's the thing. I'm sharing this recipe with you, and how am I going to be able to share this if my blog is broken? I guess I'll have to write it in the description box below. However, I would like it if you go to my blog and click some ads so I can make some money to pay for these ingredients. Speaking of paying for these ingredients, a big shout out as always to my patrons on Patreon and my pals in PayPal. You guys are awesome and haven't stopped supporting me all the way through this chaos, so I do thank you so much for that. If you would like to consider supporting this channel for as little as $1 a month, click the links below to find out how. All right, so I've got my freeze-dried mangoes. Basically, this is a straight spin-off recipe from my strawberry cake recipe that I shared a couple months ago. And I'm only just really changing the ingredients to make it be mango. Instead of freeze-dried strawberries, we're doing freeze-dried mangoes. But these come, obviously, they're like, you know, pieces that you could just eat right out of the bag, so I do have to grind them down into a powder. I kind of think I did that with my magic bullet last month. We'll see how that goes. I don't really remember if I had to transfer it to the food processor. I love this thing, and this was a really good investment. I was on the fence about buying this. I was like, do I really want to spend the money? I'm pretty cheap, you guys. And it's not cheap. When you don't have any money, you just have to be highly conservative, and I'm sure a lot of you know what that feels like. But I'm so glad that I did, because I use this almost every day. Not being sponsored. All right, but the first question is, did it give me the 10 tablespoons that I need for this recipe? 3, 5. It only gave me 5. That's all right. We're gonna do this anyway. I don't love that it's almost white, and you know, we eat with our eyes, we buy with our eyes, we are always enticed by the way something looks. And so I want this cake to have a yellowish tinge to it, like a mango cake would. So I'm gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric to it, and turmeric is always the best way to get your cakes and pastries naturally yellow. So what have you guys been up to? Comment below, let me know what's been going on for you guys. I caught up with you last week with my garden update. So if you didn't check that out, that's basically what's been going on for me. I've just been wrestling with mud pit garden. So as you can see, this is a real simple recipe. I'm basically adding all of the dry ingredients into a big mixer bowl. No mixers required for this, unless of course you want to make the buttercream icing to go on the outside. But we're gonna do all the dry in the bowl and then just pour the liquid mix into it, and that's it. My plant-based egg replacer that I use for pretty much all of my baking. I highly recommend if you guys wanna pick up a bag of it, it's awesome. If not, you can use another dry proprietary blend, like a Bob's Red Mill or Orgran is going to be similar, but you're still not going to get the superior results that you get with the plant-based egg, so I highly recommend checking it out. I'm actually even adding in the sugar to the dry ingredients on this one. You guys, this recipe is so easy, you cannot screw it up. Unless you're not paying attention, like I often am not, or you measure incorrectly, or you do your math wrong. So I'm just double checking all of that. All right, I got my oil and plant milk, and I always use soy milk, but you can really use almond or anything that you like. I just really do prefer baking with soy milk. And so that's there, and then we're just going to pour that into the dry ingredients. I don't love that color. I want it to be a little bit more yellow. So I put in about a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna put in another 1/4 teaspoon of the turmeric. Let's see if that mango comes through. It does. I'll tell you what, I love baking baking with freeze-dried fruit powders. The flavors are so super concentrated. Like, it's such a great way of getting fruit flavors into your cake batters without having to add liquids like from Puree or jams, which are just loaded with sugar, right? So yeah, I'm really loving this. So versatile too. And I didn't taste, sometimes turmeric can be really bitter and offensive. Not even bitter, but like hot and spicy. So I just want to be careful on that, but I'm still not loving the color. So I'm adding a little bit more. I didn't taste any turmeric when I just tasted it that time. Okay, that's a little better. I forgot to preheat my oven. All right, so I'm greased and parchment lined on my 6-inch cake pans, and I really do think we're gonna have enough batter for all 3 layers. Let's see. All right, the oven is preheating. I've got a setup for my oven shot, and you guys have to go make your buttercream icing, because that's what I'm gonna fill this cake with. Just a simple, maybe a coconut buttercream. I did buy a mango, but it's hard as a rock, so I don't know that it's gonna be ripe enough. I was gonna put it on the top. I really have no thought out result for this cake, so yeah, let's see what we come up with. I've gotta make a buttercream and then figure out how we're gonna decorate this cake. I forgot to do the oven shot, the taking out of the oven shot. It's too much to think about. And I didn't even set up my second camera. But here you can see my mango cakes are done. Now I did come up with an idea for my decoration. So I went ahead and cut that rock hard mango, and it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be on the inside, and I tasted it and it's not like super ripe, but it's not terrible either. So I very thinly sliced a portion of it. But the rest of it, I have, see, I'm sort of cooking it down over here with a little bit of a sugar syrup. And I'm gonna make sort of like a little mango puree or a real quick mango jam to sort of go in between the layers, because I don't want this thing to be fully buttercream. I'm so over buttercream in my old age. Like, I don't know what that is. It's just I can't handle all the sugar. So I want more pure, natural, clean flavors to come through. So I've taken the mango. We're gonna cook that down. It is already 20 minutes to 6. There is no way that I'm gonna be able to get this whole thing done all the way through by 7 o'clock, which is when I have to do my workout with Steph. So I may just be wrapping it up here, and then we'll just do the close-up shot of me icing and decorating this cake. So we'll see how long this video actually went. I'm always so conscious of trying not to go over 10 minutes, and most of my videos are like 20 minutes long now. And it's funny because most of my audience only has a 2-minute retention span, which is really weird. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you will catch up with my other ones, the strawberry cake for one. Hopefully the blog is going to be fixed so that I can actually put this recipe up. So fingers crossed about that. I'm really hoping that I'm not going to have to spend hundreds of dollars for tech support to fix this whole thing. Right now, like I said, I have a friend who is fixing it. It's actually Kat and her husband from 86 Eats. You guys have to go check out her blog. I have never met these guys, but we've connected through the blogging community and the blogging world, and he is super nice. These two are amazing people. Their blog is phenomenal, and he is helping me try to figure out what the heck is wrong with the back end of my blog. So if we can pay it forward a little bit and go visit their blog and check out all the great stuff that they're doing over there. Yeah, that's the way we all keep community, and one hand washes the other, right guys? So big shout out to 86 Eats for stepping up and really trying to help me fix what's going on with my blog. I'm like after a Marvel movie where if you sit through all the credits and you still stay in the theater, there's like more to come. Yep, I couldn't finish off the video without eating this fabulous cake. I'll tell you what, I went a little overboard on the turmeric like I always do. Turmeric has a tendency to turn, like, it didn't look really yellowish in the batter, so I kept adding it, and I should know better because as it bakes and as it sits, it turns everything super bright yellow. And so this cake has a very yellowish tinge to it, and it often gets a little bit greenish in photos. So I'm gonna have to deal with that in Photoshop. But anyway, let's taste it. Definitely mango. This is a really awesome recipe, you guys. It's so easy to make. First of all, you just throw it all in a bowl. And if you can get your hands on that freeze-dried fruit, you can change this recipe into any fruit that you want it to be. It's the perfect amount of sweetness too. Maybe some of you guys might like it a little bit sweeter, in which case you can add more sugar to this batter. I'm just super sensitive to all the sugar lately, and I think it's perfect this way. I love my little quick mango jam. It's not really a jam because it is very low sugar. It's more like a compote. And so yeah, I cooked down 3/4 of the mango with some sugar syrup. I did add a little bit of white wine to it. And then I whizzed it up in that magic bullet that I love so much. And it actually wasn't enough because 3/4 of a mango would never have filled the 2 layers of the cake like I did. So I added some pineapple to it. This is perfect. This is like a mango pineapple coconut cake. So good. Look at that giant forkful, and I'm gonna eat it. It's good. So yeah, I'd been threatening my boyfriend all weekend that I was gonna eat a whole cake because I was in a bad mood. Not that he cares one way or another. He's like, go ahead, but why? I've just been super irritated. I'm sick of how this 2-week flatten the curve turned into 3 months and counting of lockdown, but that's for another conversation that I'm sick of having. So yep, here's my cake. Hi, Ted. Look how cute you are. Teddy, you're the cutest cat ever. So yeah, I don't know, I guess I felt like I had a little bit more to say at the end of this video. I'm tired. This was a long, busy day, but I'm really glad that I am staying busy, keeping the positivity up. I hope you guys are doing the same. Definitely comment below and let me know what you're up to. Are you back to work yet? I'm in New Jersey, which is like, nothing's changed. Like, nothing has changed today on June 2nd as it was on March 17th when all this stuff shut down. Like, nothing is reopening, honestly. Nothing that I know of. Nothing that I am interested in having reopened. And I don't know where the end in sight is for this. So yeah, it's been pretty annoying. Let me know below how you are all faring with all of this stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this cake, finish my coffee, and let's hope that the blog is going to be fixed. Definitely go support 86eats.com. Check out all of Kat's recipes. They're awesome. She's the same person who I made my deli style turkey seitan to make those sandwiches. So her recipes are awesome, and I hope you guys go check them out. It's the least we can do for Dave helping me to get my blog up and running. Fingers crossed that he can fix it. I haven't heard from him the last day, so I'm hoping that it's nothing too major. But yeah, if he can get it up and running, this recipe will be on the blog. If not, go look at strawberry cake recipe. It's the same thing. All I did was change out the fruit powder. All right, guys, that's enough of me for tonight. I will see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. I hope that you'll like this video, and if you're not yet subscribed, by the way, woohoo! Today, June 2nd, we hit 205,000 subscribers here on my channel. It seems to be climbing about 1,000 a month, so yeah, that's been the trend. So that's super exciting. At least I'm not losing subscribers like many people suggested that I would. So anyway, it's all good, guys. Great to hang out with you here, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye. I can save this kind of a rant for the end of the video because only my closest friends stick around to the end of the video here with me. Everyone else has that 2-minute attention span.